Most people don't even make New Year's resolutions anymore. Why? Because they've made them for years and years and years. And they already know what's going to happen. They'll start strong. They'll feel motivated. They'll tell themselves this year will be different. And then life happens. Old habits return, energy fades, excuses creep in. After a while, who wants to keep disappointing themselves? Who wants to look in the mirror and say, I did it again. I quit again. I didn't follow through again. So many people stop setting new standards, not because they don't want more from life, but because they're tired of breaking promises to themselves. They think, why even bother? This year will probably be the same as last year. But here's the truth. The problem isn't the resolution. The problem is the identity behind the resolution. Many of us don't act, not because we lack dreams, but because we crave approval. We want everyone to like us. We want to be accepted. We don't want to rock the boat. And the moment growth threatens someone else's comfort, we hesitate. But it is impossible to grow and be universally approved at the same time. Some of us hold back because of lack of self-confidence. We don't believe in ourselves deeply enough. We don't trust that we can follow through. We remember the times we tried and failed, and those memories become silent arguments against our future. But let's be honest. Deep inside you, there is something that wants more. There is something that wants progress, something that wants growth, something that wants to feel alive. There's no denying it. The only thing that will truly make you happy, not just this year, but in the decades ahead, is the experience of progress. Real progress. The feeling that your life is moving forward, that you are becoming stronger, wiser, more disciplined, more capable. Human beings are wired for growth. You don't feel fulfilled when you stay the same. You feel fulfilled when you stretch. That's why you need a compelling vision, something that pulls you forward, something that excites you, something that feels like a gift to your future self, a vision so powerful that you would feel guilty not pursuing it. If you want to do anything worthwhile in life, you've got to be hungry. Hungry for growth, hungry for change, hungry to prove to yourself that you can rise above your past patterns. There's a powerful lesson in preparation. When you're preparing for something you don't yet have, it can feel foolish. Why practice for an opportunity that hasn't shown up? But here's the wisdom. It's far better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. Preparation builds confidence. When you practice daily, even when no one is watching, you are reinforcing a new identity. You're telling yourself, I take this seriously. I am becoming this person. No excuses. If you decide you're going to do something, do it. If it becomes hard, do it hard. If it becomes difficult, lean into the difficulty. Because difficulty is not a signal to stop. It's a sign you are growing. At the beginning of every year, we follow a tradition of making resolutions, but it goes deeper than tradition. There is something inside us that longs for renewal. The calendar gives us the illusion of a fresh start. January feels like a clean page. Now it's true. The calendar itself is arbitrary. It's just a system of time. But psychologically, it gives us permission to begin again, and that's powerful. So instead of letting the calendar control you, use it to serve you. Ask yourself, what would it really take to make this year different? Not emotionally different, not temporarily different, fundamentally different. Because deep down, you already know what would make you proud. Imagine what your life would look like if you simply kept your commitments to yourself. If you said you would wake up early, and you did. If you said you would exercise, and you did. If you said you would start the project, and you did. If you said you would have the hard conversation, and you did. What would happen to your confidence? Self-trust would be restored. Self-respect would increase. Momentum would build. Motivation is not about hype. It's about remembering why. Why are you doing this? Because there will be moments when your mind whispers, why bother? This is too hard. Just quit. Throw in the towel. That voice will show up. And if you don't have a strong reason, you will listen to it. But if your why is powerful, if it's connected to your identity, your family, your future, your purpose, it will override temporary discomfort. If you make real change in yourself this year, you will feel something no money can buy. Pride, not ego, not arrogance, but deep internal pride. The kind that comes from knowing you took control of your life. The kind that comes from knowing you didn't run from the challenge. The kind that comes from knowing you grew. No award, no applause, no social media praise, no external validation. Nothing can replace the feeling of being proud of who you are becoming. And here's the beautiful part. When you transform yourself, you gain something priceless. You gain something to give. When your children see your discipline, they learn discipline. When your friends see your courage, they feel courage. When your family sees your growth, they believe change is possible. Your growth becomes permission for others to grow. That's what this is really about. It's not just about losing weight. It's not just about making more money. It's not just about career success. It's about becoming the kind of person who keeps their word, the kind of person who doesn't shrink from difficulty, the kind of person who raises their own standard. So don't make a resolution just to follow tradition. Make a decision that this time you are not negotiating with your lower self, a decision that this time you will follow through, a decision that this time you are building an identity, not just chasing a goal. Because once you build that identity, you don't need motivation every day. You have momentum, you have pride, you have self-trust. And that is the foundation for a life that keeps rising, year after year, decade after decade. Now ask yourself, if you were to look back at the end of this year, what would make you proud? And what must you start doing today to make that vision real?